America is one big job site, and you shouldn't be friends with your coworkers. And this is how America operates. I mean, this is why America is so successful, honestly. They've monetized every single thing. Every single thing you could think of could be monetized, which is, in theory, it's like there's massive amounts of wealth here. I mean, why do you think the whole world is coming here? I mean, people are jumping over the border. People from, I mean, from every part of the world. I mean, it's ridiculous how people are getting here. But like, I mean, there's massive amounts of wealth. There's so much land, but at the same time, it's killing the soul of our society because nobody has real friendships. Nobody has real communities. We can't live like this. And I'm talking about this, like with a lot of my topics, you might think I'm really reaching far out, but this is crucial for our health. I mean, our life, when I talk about your life, I'm talking about your health. It's interchangeable. We need communities. We need friendships. We need bonds. We need companionship with other people. We can't do this as a country. It can only go so far because everything is based on money. And you might be like, well, duh. And now it's like so steeped in our culture. Like right now for me, I mean, I'm foreign. I'm from another country. And I've actually lived here for a very long time, right? But I've had parents that have lived in my home country of Albania for a very long time. And so much of that is rubbed off on me. And like I could relate to people, especially from the Balkans, so easy because they're kind of weirded out by Americans. They don't understand how this place operates. I mean, all I could say I could relate to any foreigners. It's the matrix. This is what I'm talking about. Everything's monetized, right? They don't know how to operate in the matrix. And the thing is, I still have a lot of the old country in me, but I'm still operating here the best I can do. It's still pretty difficult and I don't like it. But this is just the law of the land, right? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just like when you go to any other country, you got to do what they do, right? I mean, how are you going to function? Unless you got some say or you got some powers. But like, it's just in this country, like, it's very hard to have friendships if it's not money behind it. That's why there's nothing genuine here. This is why everybody's fake. Everybody puts a smile on. I mean, people spend more time with their coworkers than they do with their family. When I meet people in the street, they still have, excuse me, they still have their work voice on. I'm like, it's like creepy. Like it's really creepy. Like, I mean, that's why there's NPCs everywhere. It's a part you kind of have to be one to live here, right? Live in the matrix and actually get all your needs met. But like, it's just like, I don't know, friendships don't exist here. Because like I brought up earlier, it's like, why would you be friends with your coworker? Because that's what it is. And it's like, you shouldn't be friends with your coworkers. I'm telling you right now, you should not. I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, you should get along with them and share ideas and like, but that's the thing, you reveal yourself and you talk about yourself and you talk about your ideas and your ambitions. It's just fuel, it's just ammo for them to use later on you. It's self-sabotage at the end of the day. You really learn this the hard way, just being naive, just working jobs. I just thank God I've been working jobs since I was 16 years old, and I really learned this. I mean, I could say I've been robbed at every single job I've worked. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I didn't know how business worked. I was young. I have honor. I have best, right? I have nair, right, as an Albanian. But like, it's just, I didn't speak the best English, and that's what's gonna happen to you. You're a shy kid, you don't speak the best English, like you don't speak up. That's what happens. Other Americans are kind of afraid to say that because that's another thing too. There's no community. This is why people just steal from each other. This is why people do very bad things to each other. This is why this is a very low trust society. I could tell you in Albania, I could go in the middle of downtown, leave my backpack open, leave it somewhere, and it'd still be there. No one's gonna look through your shit. Kids can run around everywhere in Albania. I mean, I've been to Mexico too. Very high trust society there, and they have cartels. That's the craziest part. I mean, I could even say that with Albania. The mafia is still around. It's like there's organized crime running around, but like children can run around, women can walk at night. Like, it blows my mind. In America, you can't do this. I mean, with all the wealth we have, like, is it worth it to lose all this freedom? But it's just so low trust here. Nobody like, oh my God, it's just like There's so much random violence here. Like America, I mean, I fear to walk around America in most places. I mean, like here you need to have a gun. You need to be armed. And you need to learn how to shoot one too. I really believe this. Just how low trust our society is at this point. It's not good. It's not good. But like the thing, we turned this country into a workplace. You know, I mean, like everything is based on utility. Everything you need money for. You know, it's just like I go down the list. I mean, like look at our communities. Like nobody knows their neighbors anymore. You live in that house in the suburbs because you don't want to live next to the city and deal with all that crime, and you just drive to your work. You drive to another building, and you go to another building, and then you go work out in another building, and then you want to go socialize with people at night and drink at the bar. You go to another building. Everything is just another building. Everything's just on a grid. There's no community. You don't walk out and meet people. It's weird to speak to people. In my community, this is pretty crazy, but someone hit a pole, or I'm sorry, an electrical pole, or whatever you call it. But the lines went out, and you could hear electricity, so everybody came out. It was the first time I actually saw everybody in my neighborhood, and I was really thinking about it. I'm like, oh, like these are the people that live around me. And I've seen some of these people walk around and stuff, but it was the first time I actually socialized with these people, and it was a very strange experience because like I haven't seen these people before, and I mean, I see them maybe briefly, like they walk out of the house, get in their car, go to work, or they're walking their dogs or something, right? But like I'm always walking around the neighborhood. People said they recognize me because I walk everywhere, if I have a car or not, right? But like people actually socialize, and it was kind of wholesome because like I actually got to know some people. I'm like, oh, this is my community. But then, once the cops came and they figured everything out and everything, and everyone just left. And it was kind of weird too. It was like black and white. It's like, okay, I'm a stranger now. Stop talking to me. And it was just so low trust. Like people broke their guard down because something happened in the community that usually never happens. Someone crashed on a light pole, and to add, the guy actually ran off. I don't know if he stole the car or not, but he started running through backyards. But when the cops came through, they just took care of it. But it just blew my mind. It's just like, it was like black and white. Because for a minute, I'm like, am I going to see, like, I'm probably like, I don't know, maybe make an impression, see these people again, and keep on talking to them. But nah, it was just like gone. It's just like, get away from me, stranger. And that's how people live in America. And I hear this from so many foreigners. They come here, they're like, what's wrong with everybody? Like, there's no one, like everybody hates each other here. This is from the eyes of like other foreigners I've talked to. They're like, yeah, like this is how it is, honestly. I mean, everybody does kind of hate each other here. I mean, that's why there's so much violence and crime. Excuse me. But like, yeah, it's just like, this is what it is here, and it really sucks. And everything's monetized because why would you be friends with someone if they can't offer you something? Like this is what it is here. Or it's like, if someone doesn't have a car, like, like, I mean, you gotta spend money to go pick them up. That's gas. Sorry, I can't hang out with you, right? And majority of places in the United States aren't walkable, so you're really just stuck inside your house. So you need money to even have a social life. Like think about how big of a barrier that is. You need to buy a vehicle. I mean, some people next to their house, their vehicle is the biggest expense that they have in their life, and that's gonna be your key to meet women, make friends. I mean, actually have experience, actually live your life, not be stuck in your prison that you call a house that you pay income tax on, right? Like, it's disgusting how things are built here. I mean, we forgot about the soul of society, the community. There used to be community. That's the craziest part. I mean, maybe like the 80s, you could say. Like, I mean, just me talking to older people, like, it seems like this is when things broke down, like when the 90s and then so forth. And, obviously you got people dying off and, like, couldn't carry on these habits. But there actually was neighborhoods. There actually was communities in America before that. And now everything is just based on utility. And what do you think this does to everybody's health? I mean, COVID, it was already bad enough. 2020, they shut down the whole country. Everyone's stuck inside their houses, and those habits carried on up until now. But everybody's just inside playing video games. People just interact through the world through their screens, if anything. is no one actually lives real life. Nobody travels. No one even travels to the other side of their city. I could talk about that with Cleveland all day. West Siders are West Siders. East Siders are East Siders. They don't see any of it. I try to go back all the time. Both sides are cool. I want to see more of the world, right? It's so rare to leave your house, and I couldn't believe I was like, hey, that's the long hair kid that walks around the neighborhood. I didn't realize so many people were watching me from their windows. Again, a low trust society, right? It's like who's this guy? Like, what is he doing? Who walks around the neighborhood? I guess that's I'm a weirdo for that, right? But why do we have sidewalks? Like ancient relics of the past, right there. It blows my mind. Like life should not be like this, especially in a country that used to be so great. And this is so damaging to our health and our minds. I mean, like, what about our language? I mean, people could barely speak anymore. You're going to lose your voice if you stop speaking to people. I mean, I'm an advocate, to even be like, I mean, maybe not become a polyglot, but maybe be bilingual or trilingual at best. But like, you can't even master your own native language that you have. And like, what about like, I mean, what about if you want to find a good woman, have some friends? Like, you don't have this in your community anymore. You can't just walk outside your house. And if you do, you go to another building for a bunch of degeneracy. This is all we got right now. This is not okay. This is good. I mean, we're not walking. We're not moving out of our house. Like, I mean, that's your physical health right there. I mean, we're not getting sunlight. And then what about your love and relationships? I mean, like, you're gonna meet a woman in some of the worst places there is out here. Bars and clubs. Oh, so much crime and violence that go on in there. And if you don't agree with me, you're just naive. You haven't gone out enough like me because you see plenty of it. I mean, again, you need a firearm to just walk around in some of these places. And I'm not even talking about the bad places in the country. Like, even anything could go down anywhere. This is really how it is here. Like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, it's just like, this is not okay. And it's because everything got monetized. Everything's for money. There's no reason to do anything if you don't get anything out of it. And everything's blocked. There's nothing to do for free. There's some gatekeepers, some paywall. Like, no one does anything for free. I mean, even like, thank God we at least have parks and stuff, but that's a relic of the past. Those were made, some of these parks have been made 100 years ago. Like, do people even go outside anymore? All the parks are empty. I mean, I go to the park, but barely anybody's there. It's just, it's not how I used to be, especially when I was a kid. And I grew up in like the 2010s, 2000s. Like, it's just like, it was completely different. And it's just accelerating even more. But we need relationships. We need to be close to people. Like, it's just, everything just got the soul sucked out of it because you need money to do everything. And it shouldn't be like this. I mean, they'll charge, I mean, at this point, like, I mean, when are they going to start charging for air? Like, it blows my mind. And it's not good. It's not good. It's one reason why I want to move. Again, this place is an amazing place to make money. Like, I don't do anything here. I just grind, you know. I just work on my business. I just try to build myself here, as you guys should do too. But at the same time, if I'm speaking to, I mean, people that are native to this country, or Americans, like, it's just like, well, this is our whole life. So I don't even know what to tell you guys, honestly. Everything's just based on money. You guys are working 24/7. Even on the weekend, everybody's working overtime. You work 40 hours? Oh man, what a great life you have in this country. 2 days to yourself on the weekend. What a luxury. Majority of people are working overtime. I mean, hell, people are working gig services like Uber and DoorDash and stuff on the weekend. People are just constantly working. Nobody has time for themselves. I mean, life's just going by. We're just slaving away. Like, I mean, every foreigner I know, they just work here, and the cold 6 months of the year, or maybe the summer, they just go back where they came from, and they just spend all their money. But like, well, what about the Americans? What do they do? Because they're the ones that are struggling with their health. As weird as that sounds, the Americans are struggling with their health compared to the foreigners. Because the foreigners are actually getting what they need out of their old cities that, some of their cities are, if we're talking about Europe, some of them are millennia old, right? Or if you're from the Middle East or Asia or other places, but they actually have real community. There's actually real companionship, high trust societies, you can actually walk up to a person on the street, have a conversation with them. You can actually meet a woman on the street, and that could be your wife right there. It's completely different. It's completely different now. And what are we going to do? Well, I don't like to bring up problems without solutions. But my solution? It's hard. Yeah, my solution? It's hard. It's really hard. Well, I could tell you what I do. How about this? And maybe you could copy me. Because I don't know if this is really a solution, but and I don't, and especially me, I'm not from this country either. So, should I really be giving out solutions for a problem that's not even my country, honestly? But well, I could tell you for me, I'll never give up on the idea of friendship because here, people in this country, that's gone. They gave up on it. It doesn't exist. But that's bullshit. Once it doesn't exist in your mind, then it's completely gone. It exists in my mind. I'm going to keep on being a friend. I'm going to be a real person. I'm not going to look at everybody else as a dollar sign because there's more to life than money. I get it. You need money to eat, you need shelter. I get it. But there's a certain point that you can't cross with people. People are still human beings. I still try to create community everywhere I go. I speak to everybody. I mean, I go to the sauna, I go to the gym, I walk down the street, I try to talk to people in my neighborhood. You know, if I get a cigar down at the cigar shop, everywhere I get food, I try to do small talk. I try to get to know people, people that are actually in my community. I try to build it myself. You know, I'm trying to do it online. You know, this is what it seems like. Do it online. I mean, I guess that's another solution. But you be real, because then you'll find more people like you. Because there's still old school people like that. There's still people craving that. You just gotta keep believing in it. I mean, it starts here in your mind. You know, maybe you don't like that solution, but like this is the only thing I got. Because if you let go of it, because I feel like millions of Americans, they're like, you shouldn't trust anybody. A friend is just a word. You know, it's not even a real thing. I mean, I mean, talking to women too, like a husband and boyfriend's the same fucking thing, unfortunately. But no, I'm not giving up on any of these things. I'm not giving up on any of these ideas. Because if they die with me, then they're completely gone. I mean, as long as one person believes in it, and that gives hope, and that maybe you can inspire others, and then you can maybe make a change. You know, on this level, on the small level, on the civilian level. They like it or not, that's all I got for a solution for that. But we need community, we need people, we need to do something because our health, our life is on the line. And this is what I try to help people with, and this is what I'm trying to build community right here. So, majority of people's health problems come from their life. You know, the numerous people I've worked with, right? It's really about their life. Honestly, you change their life, you change completely who they are. Like I've told people, move to more of a walkable city, and they lose weight. Or I had this one guy move out of your parents' house because his parents were eating bad, unfortunately, and that's what he did. Dude lost 20 pounds just moving, unfortunately, getting away from his parents. You know, just doing little things. Take a walk in your neighborhood. Like, I mean, that adds up over time. You know, the people I work with, like, this is what I do because, oh man, it's just like, it's your life. When I'm talking about your health, is your life. You change a few things in your life, in your routine, then, majority, biggest people's problems is weight because they're sedentary. If we change that, you start losing weight. You start changing the way you look and your body and the way you feel. And that's what I help people with. This is what I work one-on-one with people with. And if you like what I had to say, and if my content's helping you, let's get even more. Let's work one-on-one. I have a link down below. You can hit me up. Or go on Instagram. You can hit me up directly. Whatever you want. But I'm trying to help as many people as I can possible because people are hurting out here. You know, like, I'm not from here, but I've lived here for a long time, and I do love this country, and I don't want to see. I still consider these people my people at the end of the day. Even though, we're not the same race, and we're not from the same culture, but I do respect what this country was, but not what's become, but I want to change it. And I hope I'm part of the solution. So if you want to work with me, contact me. Book a call, follow me on Instagram. That's the video, guys. Thank you.